If you go back and actually study your law, none of these laws actually, they have expired. The statute of limitations on all American laws have already expired. I follow universal law, which trumps all this mess that y'all got going on here.
今天又是一期比较有意思的视频啊！事情发生在2022年6月17日下午6点多，地点是美国的佛罗里达州。警局接到报警电话，说在一家麦当劳旁边有一位男士被别人殴打了。警察接警后迅速赶往现场，就是这位绿衣服男士被另一位男士给打了。到底是怎么回事呢？原来是两人在开车变道时发生了冲突，最后对方打了他一耳光，于是他就报了警。警察也是很快就找到了另外一位男士，就是这位戴白帽子的男士，他也痛快地承认了自己打了对方一耳光。据他所说，当时他俩开车时发生了冲突，绿衣服男士从后方粗鲁地超过了他，然后驶向了一家麦当劳。白帽子男士很生气啊，于是就跟着他去了麦当劳。后来在双方争执的过程中，绿衣服骂了白帽子，白帽子二话没说，上去就是一耳光。白帽子是带着儿子来佛罗里达州旅行的，同时他也是一位退伍军人。
I'm asking you to step out, okay? So you can step out or I can help you out. It's your choice.
We're investigating a crime,
Listen,
sir.
You don't have the right to put your hands on me. I'm talking to you.
Nobody's going to put their hands on you.
I'm cooperating. I'm talking.
Okay, and I'm asking you to step out so I can talk to you.
I'm not going to step out of my vehicle for what?
Do you have your ID, sir?
I sure do.
Okay, let me see it, please.
Let me get my video going.
Okay, get your video going.
I was turning coming from the beach. I was getting over in the left lane. This ass speeds around me and cusses at me. So I come over here to McDonald's and I tell him, I said, look, you were behind me. You're following me. So that means you need to wait to see what I'm going to do before you try to speed around me. He got in the far left lane, so I got in the far left lane behind him. And I came over and I asked him, I said, what was the purpose of you cussing at me? And he started.
Okay.
Just that simple.
So
he was behind me.
Because he's cussing at you, you punched him in the mouth.
And I'm going to tell you why. It's because from here forward, y'all going to learn to respect what we are on earth. That shit was uncalled for. I was in front of him, so that means that wherever I go, if he's behind me, until I decide where I'm going to go.
Go ahead.
I was getting in the lane, the only left lane that was open. He was trying to speed around me to get to the far left lane. That lane wasn't even open yet, just to get to Donald. And came beside us and just started cussing at us. I was like, okay. I came over here to the lot and I asked him, I said, what was the purpose of you cussing at me? And I said, you're going to look in front of...
Where was he standing when you punched him? Was he like at your window?
He was sitting in his car right here. I walked over to the car and I asked him, I said, look, what was the purpose of you cussing at me? You were behind me and you had to wait until I moved, and whatever I did, you decide what you're going to do after that. He started cussing. He said, well, you need to learn how to I said, well, you're gonna learn how to respect what I am on earth.
白帽子男士接下来说的话越来越离谱。他说：“你们知道我在地球上代表着什么吗？你们最好别再来惹我。那个被我扇耳光的家伙，今天他是受到了审判。如果你知道我是谁，你就会知道他为什么会被审判。”男士还声称他正在进行一次精神之旅，他有权审判和处理那些干坏事的人。他还说，凡事都有因果。而国家法律却已经失效了，私人之间的恩怨，你们警察不应该卷进来，每个人都应该为自己所做的事情负责。警察跟他说，但是你确实殴打了别人，所以我们必须得过来调查一下吧。男士说，是呀，我之所以殴打他，是因为他先骂我，我要教他做人。你们警察最好不要扯进来。看到这里啊，男士具体想表明自己是什么身份，我们也都没有看出来，因为现在美国奇奇怪怪的人太多了，有的人不承认美国法律，有的人说自己是来拯救地球的。而这位白帽子男士具体来自哪里，是从其他星球过来的，还是来自宇宙的哪一个地方，咱也不知道，他自己也没说清楚。他的脖子上还带着一个东西，他说这个东西有某种超能力，具体是个什么宝物我没看懂，警察也没看懂，估计凡人都看不懂。
We handle that ourselves. We're too grown men. We don't need to be policed. We don't need to be controlled. We are not in preschool.
Yes,
we're two grown men. But I'm not getting out of my car.
Okay.
I'm not writing nothing down. All I had to do was deal with him. That was my problem. I dealt with it, and that's it.
009, Lincoln.
Okay. Are there any weapons in the vehicle? Any guns, knives, grenades, anything like
I
that?
am a spiritual being. I don't do no smoking, no drinking. I don't need no guns. I don't need none
Okay.
of that stuff.
It's just a yes or no. I just want to know if you got any weapons in the car. That's all I'm looking
no
for.
drugs, no guns, no alcohol, no nothing.
Okay, perfect. That's all I'm asking.
警察让男士提供身份证件，但是男士拒绝了。他只说自己来自弗吉尼亚州，自己还是大老板呢，手底下有几家公司。不过现在已经退休了，他还在海军服役过2年。他现在的立场也很坚定啊。我们男人之间的事情，你们警察少插手。
You from Virginia?
Yes, I
What brings you down here?
I'm camping. My son and I retired, and we came down
Okay.
here for peace.
You retired military?
I was in the military, but I retired.
What branch of the military?
Navy.
Navy? Well,
Yes.
thank you for your service.
Thank you.
How many years you spent in the Navy?
I was in 2 years, and I ran a business. Well, I ran several businesses. 16 years.
Okay.
I was a realtor. I had a commercial cleaning business and a landscape and lawn care business.
Okay.
I retired, so I can go on a spiritual journey.
Okay.
This is the type of I'm dealing with. So
I got nothing against your spiritual journey, man.
I deal with all this stuff. I dealt with the problem. I already fixed that. If he ain't man enough to do that for himself, that's his problem.
Okay.
If he wants to run around cussing at people and being mad at people because that little baby can't have his way, then he gets what he gets. Period.
Okay, well, that's not always the way the law sees it, though. You understand that, right?
And let me tell you something about your law. If you go back and actually study your law, none of these laws
I have studied my law.
They have expired. The statute of limitations on all American laws have already expired. I follow universal law, which trumps all this mess that y'all got going on here. So, like I said, you don't have no jurisdiction over me. You are on my earth. And if I decide to do something about it, I can right now. Look, when you look at this, you need to understand what this is.
I understand
and you
what
need
it
to
is.
understand who I am.
Yes, sir.
And you need to understand that I have a power that I can use right now on both of you if you don't stop messing with me.
Don't threaten us. We're not here threatening you.
I'm not. You are threatening me.
No,
You're telling
sir.
me you
We're
can,
asking
by
you.
law I
We're
can do this.
asking
Well,
you.
by my law, I have the right to do
We're
what I need to
asking
do.
this.
警察想向男士解释，说他扇人家耳光就是违法的，请他下车。但是男士也是够倔强的，他说那是你们美国的法律，你们对我没有管辖权，因为我遵守的是宇宙法律。我今天扇他耳光就是要教他做人，无论你们警察怎么调查，我是肯定不会下车的。对我来说，车里最安全，你们又没有逮捕我，凭什么让我下车？警察回答，你有可能会被逮捕，因为你打人了。男士又说，我打人怎么了？你们的法律又管不着我。
One thing I want y'all to understand is, I'm not going to jail over something that petty. If 2 men in the street can't handle their business, if he's big enough to run his mouth to anybody he runs into and can just say whatever he wants to say out of his mouth, there's consequences for that. Okay? He suffered the consequences. And if y'all get in the way of his judgment, you bring it on yourself. And I'll get out. And I'm telling you,
Thank you. I
what
appreciate
you're doing is bringing it on yourself because you're getting involved in some.
If you wouldn't mind standing right here by him. Okay, what I want you to do is turn around, place your hands behind your back.
Look, you don't have to do all of that.
白帽子男士终于下车了，当然警察也就顺手将他给逮捕了。不过男士的儿子也下了车，准备与警察一决高下。警察怎么可能让着他？于是连他一起给逮捕了。
Put your hands behind your back.
Why is all this mess? Calm down.
Listen, we gave you the opportunity to go nicely and peacefully. You want to resist, you want to pull away, this is
I
what
did
happens.
not pull away from
You
you.
absolutely did. Now you're catching an additional charge. You're going to be placed under arrest for battery day as well as resist officer. You understand that?
白帽子男士最后被指控殴打他人和无暴力拒捕。从视频中可以看出来，白帽子男士本质上可能并不是一个坏人，不过问题就是他没能沉得住气。对面的绿衣服男士虽然口头骂了他，当然骂人肯定也是不道德的，但是从法律层面上来讲，先动手的那个人就输了。正常的口头对骂是没有什么大问题的，只要不带有威胁的话语就行。但是动手打人肯定是违法的，而且当时的情况是绿衣服男士坐在自己的车里，而白帽子男士跑到人家车前给人家扇了一耳光。